Welcome to the R6 feature series. This time we're talking about the support for CAD quantities that we've added in the new release. Now this is pretty different than anything we've done before, and there's two really important reasons why we offered it up. First of all, it helps you get a quicker start. Sometimes you don't need the detailed premium quantities that Vico Office provides. So in that case, you can hit the ground running really quickly with the quantities that came in from the authoring application. The other reason that you might want to use this feature is in case one of the Vico quantifications fail. That is to say, if you're getting a bad volume or surface area and you need a way to double check it, you can check the CAD quantity that was provided for that element. You'll see it in the takeoff item creation, and you'll also see the CAD quantities available in the properties palette of the program. Let's check it out. To use the support that's been added for CAD quantities, we're going to be inside the Takeoff Manager. As we showed before, basic takeoff items include generic CAD quantities by default, but if you want to add some new ones that were mapped during the import process, you can create a new takeoff quantity, right-click on it, and you'll see a list of any CAD quantity that was imported. So it is important that you make the right choices when you publish your content into the system. Here, I can rename it so I know exactly which CAD quantity I pulled in, and the message is telling me that I'm creating a new takeoff pad. This is really important because it means I'm not just editing this individual element, but all elements that use the same takeoff pad will receive the same CAD mapping. This is extremely powerful as it lets you customize your takeoff items. Here, I'm going to map the thickness of a slab, which is something that we don't typically calculate as a Vico premium value. One other thing I might want to do is view the CAD quantities associated with any element. I've selected one in 3D, and then from the Properties panel, I can see all the available CAD quantities that have come in with it. This information can be really useful when vetting out quantity data. Let's say, for example, that you have a bad element and you're concerned about the quantity that's been provided for it, and you really want to drill down into that single element. I'm going to create a unique takeoff item so that I can isolate that particular element. I'm going to pull out the handy paintbrush tool and then assign an element to my new takeoff item. And now I've isolated a takeoff item that could include bad geometry. If I wanted to check that out, again, I could go to the Properties panel. Now this one didn't have bad geometry, so it's not the very best example, but hopefully you get the idea of how powerful this additional layer of information can be when managing your content and specifically your quantities. Hope this helps.